It was the worst kept secret in the business. But ladies and gentlemen, Penta is here. Pat being prepared to be wowed.
From Ecatepec, Mexico, weighing in at 87 kilos, Penta!
Get ready! Bullshit, get ready! Get ready for the worst raw review on the internet! The worst raw review on the internet! STRAWS raw! With Eric B and Randy C! Chickens or bananas and fresh roast beef. This is STRAWS raw!
Hello, friends, listeners, and newcomers. It's me, Eric B., and they call me the Raw Dog. The Raw Dog live on Netflix, Raw Dog. And I'm here on the Huge Pop Radio Hub, bringing you the absolute worst Raw review on the internet. It is STRAWS Raw. Folks, thank you so much for joining us as you always do. And I am joined by my bestie, my puppy in crime, my PIC, my little schnauzer from another Mauja. It is Randy C. Randy, giving people a little bit of yapping.
Yep. Hey, Eric B. Hey, everybody. It's me, Randy C. And just like the WWE, we are STRAWS Raw, the worst kept secret on the internet. Definitely not the worst. And when you look it up, probably in the top 1%. But we're not here to brag. Not at all.
Nope.
But as usual, we are here and powered by something. We are powered by Huge Pop Radio. Join Donnie and Jimmy every week as they get into the news, rumors, and an interview or two on TSN 690 every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. And spoiler alert, tomorrow you want to listen to it live because they have the one, the only, the longest reigning, the most beautiful, the most stunning WWE United States Women's Champion of the world, Chelsea Green, on tomorrow night with them. Follow them on any of the podcast platforms. Just look up Huge Pop Radio. And if you think Chelsea is good, wait till next week. That's all I gotta say. Also powered by the Smack Daddies. They are your East Coast podcast champions of the world, where they give you each week's WWE SmackDown review and synopsis, as Father Greg and Brett. We also have Steve Swiss Rambling NXT Reviews, your weekly review of the week's WWE NXT. Also, Ringside 5 with George Mackay and Michelle Arugio. He may not be able to spell his co-host's name, but I can. So join them each week as they go through their top 5, whatever they're talking about. Last week was managers. Can't wait to see what this week is. Also powered by The Law, live audio wrestling, with Brady Wedham and Chris Tidwell, where they talk about the week's MMA, news, rumors, card predictions, and just chat a little, boxing. So yeah, tune into them. Big week for them as well. And of course, Chiquita Bananas. Why, Monroe?
Monkeys never collapse.
Monkeys never cramping, neither do I. I am your current reigning, defending Churchill Cup champion, longest reigning, by the way, speak about Chelsea Green, as well as your silver medalist in Trivia Bells, as well as 2025 Top Banana Award recipient. That is me, Randy C. Follow my accolades here on Draw. Like, subscribe, and give a comment or two down below. Eric B., how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay, Randy. I am on week 7 of abusing the substance. I definitely did not respect the balance. I'm feeling somewhat in between what Demi Moore looked like after using too much and the end of the movie. So if you've seen that film, you can probably compare that to how I feel at the very moment. But, I'm doing pretty good, Randy. And I'm doing really good, actually, because me and Randy got to spend some time last week, whether it was for fun or not so much fun, but we got to hang out in person on Friday and we got to do some really fun stuff. Well, maybe not so much, but I was definitely cued in a little bit more on the ailments of the week, so to speak, the health ailments of the week. And all I can say is, first of all, Randy, you're a goddamn trooper. Randy walks in and walks out of things that most people would not walk out of very easily. And just a goddamn sensational person that he is as well. We also got to spend time with little Brady Wedham, host of The Law. And we got to discuss a lot of things that are upcoming in the network. Lots of fun stuff. So, guys, man, like Randy gave a little bit of a teaser there as to who we have coming in on Huge Pop this week and then next week. And then, just more and more fun is coming, Randy. But you know what probably wasn't fun? Probably wasn't fun for you? The experience that you had. Now,
I don't really, to be honest, I do remember some things of it. I remember definitely enjoyed the time with you going in. Definitely don't remember too much coming home. But I do remember pieces in between that were pretty fun.
Let me go through the day. Let me go through the day then. Okay. So my day starts at 6 a.m. on Friday morning. I'm leaving the wonderful town of Milton to get to Randy's for, I think, 7 o'clock in the morning. What was it, 7:30, 8? I can't remember. We had to get downtown for 10 o'clock. And if you are in the Greater Toronto area, you know how terrible traffic can be, especially sometimes in the winter. So we get downtown. We get into the back specialist for dear old Randy over there. And it's so funny because Randy says to me, do not hit on the nurse. No matter what you do, don't hit on the nurse. She is the wife of the specialist who is doing the procedure on my back. And I was like, okay, I'll sit this one out for Randy. So lo and behold, finally, when we get called into the room, Randy keeps on saying, I haven't seen the nurse yet. I haven't even seen the specialist yet. So the nurse that comes and gets us is a small Chinese man who I instantly turned to Randy and said, this is going to be really hard for me, man. So long story short, there was a new nurse who was hired. And the best is when he asked Randy if Randy was friends. Not friends. Are you friends? That was great. And he asked Randy if he was French. Randy responded with,
no, I'm adopted. What's so funny?
Randy responds with, no, I was adopted. I was one of the third people that was given up.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I forgot about that part.
And the poor guy's face just completely, like, he's covering his mouth with a mask, luckily, because he's about to crack at this point. He doesn't know what to do. He then asks Randy if he can give him something to calm him down. And before the guy leaves Randy, of course, says yes. I say, probably want to give him as much as you can. And then as the guy's leaving, I also add in, and a few extras fall in there. Nobody is the wiser. No issue happening here. But Randy was in a complete state of translucency as I was waiting in a weight room. And it was just a fun experience, man. The types of people you see coming out in and out of the specialists, including a very vocal young lady who had like, what were you saying? They had to have like two people to hold her down during the same experience that you went through in about 5 minutes.
Well, or flip her over or something. But no, she's doing it for her leg. She was in a different room. It was a different
Okay.
procedure. But
Okay.
yeah, she is very educated all of a sudden on her expertise of what was wrong with it. It is a very different experience to go through this. These are like surgeries
Yeah.
that you're awake and they
Mhm.
work on certain with myself it was the spinal cord, but like it goes from legs and everything else as well. So yeah, that
Yeah.
was definitely I was actually kind of feeling sorry for you while I was inside during the procedure because I knew what was coming out at the one time. We saw people putting on their clothes on backwards and just the weirdest thing because
We saw one man almost fall over entirely, but no matter what, he wanted to keep standing up. So we're just standing there like dying, like hoping it doesn't happen. And yes, I am probably the one person in that waiting room area who is not pilled up at that very moment in time. So I got to deal with all of this completely sober. And I'm just laughing my ass off the whole time. I don't hear anything that happens during Randy's thing. Randy's in there for like probably like 10 minutes at best. He the whole time is talking about how much he wants oxtail. He just wants oxtail. Like literally as soon as he got in the car, we're talking about oxtail. And I also had Randy get into the car to the Chiquita Banana theme song played by a mariachi band.
Very nice.
So if you know the show and you know me with my love of Mexico, it's just the perfect fit.
What?
Anyways, Randy and I and Brady, we finally go out for lunch and we go for a walk on the street, which I don't know if Randy remembers most of it, but there's me and Brady kind of like defending Randy from the Toronto folks as we walk by, including one dog that was very just confused about me being involved in the situation. That was pretty funny. But we finally find a place. We're like, oh, great, Caribbean food. It's called Caribbean Slice, folks. And when you hear Caribbean slice, you might think about like a slice of like a lime or like a slice of like a fruit or something like that. The slice, right? No, folks, this was an entirely Caribbean pizza place. We wanted oxtail, not happening unless it was on a pizza.
Well, let's describe because I do remember going into this, but we see this nice lettering oxtail, jerk chicken, jerk pork. And I'm like, oh, this is the greatest place ever. And I'm high as a kite. I will be very honest. I'm high. And we're going in here. So literally, I do a left turn, go in. I'm like, you got jerk chicken? Yep. We got oxtail? Yep. So on and so forth. Cool. I'll get this. On a pizza? I'm like, no. Well, we only put it on a pizza. Well, that sucks. Let's go. We'll come back later. It was the worst. I felt so sorry for him.
There was also an open sign that wasn't turned on because they've just given up at this point. They're like, we've made a bad business venture. We're giving up. So we nixed that idea and we're like, we're just going to do Uber Eats. We go back to Brady's place. We order the Uber Eats and we order from a place called What a Jerk. I noticed that the menu doesn't have any jerk pork, but I don't think anything of it. I'm just like, okay, whatever. They don't have any pork there. That's fine. It's just their choice. Once the food arrived, I was like, what is going on? Randy's like, what's happening? Why is the rice like so white? There's like hard beans in it. Very, very fat. I get it. Oxtail is fatty, folks, but very, very fatty, greasy oxtail. And the jerk chicken is kind of like mush. So I'm finally like, what's going on? I bite into my beef patty, which has the exact like resemblance of fillings of a beef patty filled with refried beans. That's what it felt like I was biting into. So I finally had to look online as to what this What a Jerk place is. And lo and behold, folks, What a Jerk is a sub-chain of Sultan's Grill. So we bypassed on Caribbean pizza to get Caribbean Indian food.
Nice. So we're not leaving it up to Eric sober ever again to pick up her food when we want oxtail. It was a fun day.
It was a fun day.
And before all you guys give me trouble for walking around, I was so medicated. And trust me, I was barely walking.
He was medicated and well protected. All right. Me and Brady were making sure that our Randy wasn't going down anywhere anytime fast. No ankles were broken on the streets of Toronto, folks. We were completely fine. Randy is good to go.
Nice.
We good? We good?
Yeah, you know what else was good to go?
What?
You know what else was good to go?
I have a feeling, but you got to tell me.
What else was good to go? The second week of WWE RAW on Netflix from the SAP Center in San Jose, California.
The SAP Center. Listen, Bailey could do something with that, couldn't she? If she was a heel, I guess.
No, not really.
Not really. All right. Well, Randy, shall we Netflix and thrill?
That's right. Yes, Netflix
right.
and thrill. Wait, hang on a sec. What did Pat call it last night? Netflix and what?
I don't know.
Netflix and banger? Or the Sheamus?
I was saying my own thing.
Oh, okay.
I thought that we would. Oh, I tried.
Let's trademark it.
T-shirts?
Probably not.
Should we make T-shirts or headbands? Let's do headbands.
Headbands, maybe.
Ooh, headbands and branded bananas.
That's it.
Done. All right. Well, guys, we are here in San Jose. And listen, tonight we're going to get a big thank you, not only in Monday Night Raw, but like every sport that you see, we get a big thank you to the firefighters in LA, firefighters from Canada who came, from Mexico, everybody who came to help battle those fires. Oh, man. Just the sheer devastation of Mother Nature is just absolutely insane sometimes. And those people deserve all of the thanks for putting in their efforts. Anyway, CM Punk is here, guys, and CM Punk is excited. He won his match against Seth Rollins. You know what he's a little more excited about, though, Randy? Entering the Royal Rumble. That's right, folks. We are pretty close to Rumble season here. February 1st is right around the corner. So this is coming in fast, and we're getting announcement after announcement after announcement. CM Punk is entering the Royal Rumble. Play his music. No, not really. It's Seth Rollins coming out. Whoa, whoa. You're going to hear a lot of crowd chanting to music tonight, Randy. That's going to be a thing. That is going to be a thing that we push down the throat on Netflix on episode number 2. But listen, Seth Rollins is here. And win or lose, he was going to be here. Like it or not, he was going to be here. He is Seth freaking Rollins, baby. Punk isn't happy to see him. He'd rather see Rhea Ripley. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. No. But Punk, you got to chill on that stuff a little, brother. Yeah. You're a married man. You're a married man, and this is on television. Either that or him and AJ Lee have like the best relationship ever.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Who knows? Who knows? That's their personal business. But listen, CM Punk is still the winner no matter what, right? I love that line. I do like that line a lot. But you know what I like even more? When they cue Mr. Drew McIntyre, who's making his way out there, making his way downtown in San Jose, coming to the ring, going to screw up shit. Here is McIntyre. McIntyre. Actually, McIntyre's talking about Seth freaking Rollins. Listen, we see a little line in the sand there between McIntyre and Rollins for the first time in a long time, because I'm completely on board with Randy's idea that we see some rumblings here, potential rumblings of some anti-bloodline faction, because this is what Drew McIntyre is really worried about. Nobody else is focusing on the issues with the bloodline. Everybody is still helping them out. He took out Jey Uso, for example, in his mind. He took out Jey Uso. What did Seth Rollins do to help? Absolutely nothing. He helped Roman Reigns get his falafel. I love how he called it the falafel.
Yep, true.
Do you think he meant to call it a falafel? Do you
100%.
think he's trolling?
No. Not at all.
Not at all. No, Drew McIntyre doesn't troll, folks. He is the best goddamn troll in the business. The best troll in the business. CM Punk at a certain point just doesn't want to hear no talking no more. So if people want to come and throw a punch at him, let's go. Let's do it. Let's have it down. CM Punk and Seth Rollins are standing about 2 feet from each other with their fists ready. Drew McIntyre is walking to the ring. Nope, he's not going to do that. He's not an idiot. Heel Drew doesn't give the people what they want, and he walks off. Nice little starting segment here to Monday Night Raw. Randy, you think it accomplished anything beyond CM Punk just being announced here for the Rumble, or you think we planted some seeds?
100% the start, a whole bunch of seeds. The start of this promo and exactly how, if you really think of all the people involved, CM Punk beat Seth, Seth beat Drew lost CM Punk. I guess there's a little circle there, but it is perfect. It's definitely what we want to see. Yes, we get over Drew even saying, "I'm not here for you, Punk. I'm here for Seth because I have a problem with Seth in the bloodline." Star of that promo was Drew McIntyre, not a doubt, not a question of a doubt, on that aspect. Planting again the seeds of this after WrestleMania, I'm going to predict after WrestleMania story of finally people going up against the bloodline. So does that mean Roman Reigns win the belt back somehow at WrestleMania and this go on? I honestly can see that now, but it just makes my mind wander, which is great. Seth Rollins being part of it, Drew McIntyre, maybe even CM Punk, right? So this is like the little fight before you get together. You know, when you have the friends, maybe in high school or back in elementary school days, that, oh, I didn't like Paul. And you fight Paul, and the next thing you know, Paul's your best friend. This could be similar to what's going on. Kevin Owens gets switched over to a different brand, blah, 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 blah. And then we got these bloodline versus these four. I still think it's going to be Drew, CM Punk, Kevin Owens, and Seth Rollins, because that is the only team that can line up against the bloodline properly. The OGs, Jimmy and Jay, and Sami Zayn doing the turn. But we'll talk a little later, from one side to another, maybe at the end. But great opening promo, great start, great drone shots, great production, great visuals, great talking, great everything to start off this week's WWE Raw.
Absolutely. It definitely sets the tone that last week was the spectacle show. And then this week is definitely, we are back to business. This is our storyline. Let's build the storylines that got us here, got us this Netflix contract. Let's go. The Rock isn't there. We don't have any stumbling here in this opening promo because you got 3 of the top 5 guys in the business absolutely doing it. Talking about top guys, it's Chad Gable. No?
Yeah.
I mean, at some point we thought we thought he was. At some point we definitely thought he was.
He looked damn good too, eh? Like that, like no, seriously, in 4K or whatever this Netflix production,
yeah,
they look damn good. Like they look like a great little faction. I enjoyed him walking out and seeing the concern in his face.
Me too. And he made a tweet later on after the match as well that kind of shows what it meant to him as well to be there and kind of to be put on the spotlight, because this still is a spotlight, guys. I know it's not the first episode on Netflix, but that first Netflix episode was so overpowered with talent that anybody who follows up by it, you've heard it on the internet all week about how bad this show is going to be this week. This is just not what happened. You know, we just saw how great it was. Anyways, Chad Gable is there against a mystery opponent, the absolute worst kept secret in the business by far. But you know what, folks? It's not a secret at a certain point. All right. We announced the match last week, more or less. A random the best luchador, but Pentagon is coming. Penta is coming. Sorry. Do you think that anybody else was going to be in this match but Penta? Of course not. It has to be him. It doesn't mean that the match is any less special just because we knew who was coming. It was great. Randy, the way that they introduced Penta to the WWE universe, the presentation on him, the new mask, which is available online for $85 US, by the way, the first licensed product mask by Penta made. AEW did not make one because with the way that AEW works, they don't own the rights to that type of stuff because Penta could still work an independent show, for example, and sell his own merch. That's the way that it works. So, first licensed product there of Penta's mask online. Go get it right now. I think it's a great mask. A lot of people were saying it's like great Sasuke. It's like, okay, so what? Like, these are great throwbacks to great legends. Randy, as somebody who is a fine purveyor of masks yourself and aware of masks, What do you think of Penta's new mask?
I liked it. It's definitely in line with his older ones. I just want to give a big shout out to if you ever want any of Penta's older masks, go to Pure Fandom and speak to Tom on Instagram. He has
Yeah,
all of them. When I say
lots of
all of
Pentas.
them, the Joker, the every single one. So go to Pure Fandom. Say Randy and Eric sent you, and get one of them, and they're cheaper. But
Yes, much, much, much
it,
cheaper than $85
yes, but
US.
definitely, it was great. It was great mask. Great, he looked great. The intro was great. Everything about it was great.
I like the
At the
music.
beginning,
I feel like
yeah.
they're gonna probably add Pentagon saying Cero Miedo in it at some point. I feel like that's gonna happen.
You know
Music
what?
evolves, right?
That's right. You know what though? I'll be very honest with people. I was a La Parka guy, so a Penta
Mhm.
you didn't really like, and AEW Penta I did not like. I will promise you, I did not like, and I was an opponent against this. But seeing him on his own last night, the intro, the excitement, even the look in his eyes, just like a Drew McIntyre, I changed. I changed. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this Penta. So let's get
Yep.
into this match.
Rumblings of Penta can't use this move, Penta can't use that move, it's somebody else's, it's this person's, it's the next. Penta used all the moves that we're used to seeing Penta using and more. When he does the tope con hilo over the top ropes, it's just terrifying. I must say that clank when he hits the floor, but hey man, he gets up immediately. A lot of people say like Penta couldn't sell or Penta didn't sell. Maybe it was just the product that he was on before because the guy's selling his leg the entire match. Same with Gable here, just $1 million sells the way that he's going through this entire match. It is definitely a brujo fight, folks. It is as rough and tumble as it can be. These guys are smacking the absolute patukas out of each other, and I love it. Um, Sling baits from Penta. You can't use it because of Seth Rollins. Mexican destroyers, Canadian destroyers. He can't use it because Andrade used it in NXT. He used everything, man. He used everything. He looked good. Also, huge shout out to the shape that he got himself into for this debut because he's definitely in much better shape than you saw him the last time you saw him on TV. We also see some great throwbacks here to the Lucha Underground days when he does the sacrifice arm breaker. I love that sacrifice arm breaker, man. Penta driver as well. They were saying you probably can't use that because it's very similar to this, that, and the third. No, folks, Penta keeps all of his own moves and picks up a win here against a very good looking Chad Gable. Just shy of 15 minutes. Perfect timing for the debut here for Penta. He's got his family at ringside, and of course, his daughter crying again. Nice little touch here. Nice little debut for Penta.
Yes, his 9 children at ringside. And his whole thing. I have no clue. I'm only playing. And it's good for that to be happening. It's a big thing for him. The match, 15 minutes. I was surprised, but what did I think? I want to see Penta go over like strong. I want it like a squash. And Chad, you really can't do it. The match was great. The sacrifice, I wanted to see that as a finisher. I wanted to see some brutality like he used to do it in Lucha Underground, break everybody's arms. But I guess as a good guy or a face, I guess we're allowed to use the word face now since Triple H.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as a face, you can't really finish with that. You can definitely have as a signature, but definitely not as a finish.
No.
Good match. You definitely can tell he wasn't at the Performance Center a lot because some of the moves he was and landing. I was kind of worried on that aspect of it, but in turn, probably other than CM Punk, even Cody Rhodes, probably for a TV appearance. So TV appearance, not pay per view or PLE. Probably the best AEW transition of a performer or wrestler or worker to come over from AEW from the return, I guess you can say, or did to debut.
Yeah, and also when you consider the fact that Penta hasn't been there before, right? Penta was
Yep.
never told to be good enough for the product, and now he's being sold as the greatest luchador. You know, potentially better than Rey Mysterio is exactly what they said there on Netflix for everybody to hear. So also, a little surprised afterwards of how good Penta speaks English when he does cut a little in-ring promo there with Jackie Redmond post-match. Crowd's definitely into the Cero Miedo. We want to see some more Penta. How far can this go for Penta, Randy?
I really don't know. Like, I guess we're gonna have to see in the Rumble because definitely he'll be in the Rumble. But
Ooh,
I say, and I hate saying this because I do want to see him reach for the sky. Intercontinental or U.S. champion is the highest. Tag team
yeah.
champion for sure, maybe with Ray or Phoenix whenever he comes. But
Dragon Lee in the meantime, I think.
really, I was really
Yeah, I think that
surprised to see no affiliation last night, which is him on his own. But in turn, I'm very happy with that. You
I
know what I
was
mean?
thrilled to see no affiliation. I was thrilled not to see him be walked out by Ray or have Ray come to the ring first and then call him out. He did it on his own. He did it on his own, and it was a definite hot start for his career here in the WWE.
Yeah.
All right, moving forward. Speaking about hot, it's Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the Judgment Day, and they are in the Judgment Day clubhouse. You know what? Liv forgives Dom. All right. She forgives him. But you know what Dom's going to have to do? He's going to have to go get their bags. He's going to have to go get the car. He's going to have to do all of the bitch work going forward. Like Dirty Dom deserves that dirty, cheating bastard. Right, Randy? Do you think that? Do you feel that way or what?
100%. It's like Dominic lost in Wrestler's Court. It's not
Like
a
it.
good thing. He even brought flowers for Liv and everything else to sort of apologize. Like, what the hell's going on? I don't want this to happen. I want them to be back together and kissy kissy makeup, whatever it may be. But yeah, Liv says she's not upset, but Eric, is she?
She is upset.
100%.
She's upset. Listen, we've all had our ladies in our life say, no, 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 I'm not mad at all. But, you know, if you want to make it up to me by like getting me a $500 purse, then you always could do that. It's your choice. I won't be mad if you don't or you do not. So this is definitely the 500 purse equivalent here on Monday Night Raw. But Finn Balor has that street fight match coming up against Damian Priest in the main event. And he says he doesn't need Dom there. You don't need him. Nobody likes Dom anymore. But you know what? He deserves it. He deserves it, Randy. All
What are they
right.
doing? Like, what are they doing? Like, I have no clue. Dom is so over. I just don't understand this. We're gonna get paid off. I know we are, and I'll speak about it at the end of this show. But I was like flabbergasted.
I think that they're finding ways to just make this new Judgment Day entirely new members, right? I feel like eventually we're going to see Finn move, going to see Dom move, maybe back to Rhea or just on his own, even, so we can get some more wrestling out of the guy because we haven't seen a lot of that recently. That's what I feel is going to happen.
Well, stay tuned for in this corner at the end because I have my view on it as well. Good job.
Randy's 2 cents, and in this corner, it's coming up, folks, and it's going to cost you nothing. It's going to be awesome.
Free.
All right, guys. Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser. You know what's crazy? I saw somebody say on the internet that they're not hot on Ludwig Kaiser. He's not a future star. He doesn't have the look. First of all, he's definitely got the look. So if there is one thing that is definitely missing in that statement, it's the man's got the gosh darn look. Sheamus is being pushed pretty hard on Netflix, Randy. I know you've got your other version where you see commercials, but I don't. So during the portion where we were getting commercials, there's a lot of Sheamus promos, Sheamus video cuts, things like that. I like the graphics that Netflix is doing as well. It's almost like your Marvel's rivals, like or like a Street Fighter character intro, and then it says Sheamus, right? All of the color pops, the flag, everything, and then Sheamus being billed as probably something bigger than he truly is at this point in his career. And I don't mean that as anything bad against Sheamus. It's just, where are we going to go with Sheamus from here? He's going to be a good member of the Rumble as well. We'll just say that. He'll be there in the Rumble. Same with Ludwig Kaiser. But this match is here, folks, and we're going to get a lot of what we expect from these two gentlemen. Just a fight, a fist fight, street match that's not really a street fight, but it's going to be a little bit of that no matter what. And they're also pushing that Sheamus has his shillelagh. He's shillelagh in the ring. Kaiser tries to go for the shillelagh as well. You think they're trying to sell shillelaghs or what, Randy? We're trying to push that Sheamus merch again. It's been a while since he's been in the top 10, WWE is thinking. We still got 1 million of these shillelaghs to go.
Well, I think they overproduced in 1986 with Fit Finley. So they pulled it out of the warehouse. You know, like the Netflix era has begun. They had to clear out the warehouse. And they said, holy crow, look at all these shillelaghs from Fit Finley in 1986 or whatever year it was. I don't know when I'm making up the year. But yeah, the shillelagh is back.
So you're telling me that Sheamus is going to start saying, my name is Sheamus and I likes to fight?
Probably.
Banger after banger after banger. Anyways, you know what, guys? I'm not going to say that this match was a banger, but I did enjoy it. I do enjoy any time that Kaiser's on screen. I do enjoy any time that he gets, in on a match here. And he is one guy. Sorry, he is one of the one guys currently on the roster who can lose almost every match that he's in, and for whatever reason, he doesn't lose his luster to me as a viewer.
Yeah.
So, that being said, Sheamus finally loads up on a bro kick. We get a couple of white noises, a super white noise as well, but Sheamus finally finishes it with a bro kick. And we're done just shy of 10 minutes here, folks. Kaiser on our screen again. Good little match. Nice little beat 'em up between the two of these gents.
I think this, for all the matches we've seen with both of them, I think this was their best match they put on, to be honest with you. Right amount of time. I'm saying the other ones were longer. I think the previous one was like 20 minutes. I don't know why Sheamus needs to win. Maybe setting up the Braun Breaker thing that we see in a minute. But I really wanted Ludwig. Like, we talk about certain people every single week. And I'll again explain at the end of this episode. I think this is where the WWE is going. But I wanted really Ludwig to win this. And I think this ends the feud between them finally. There is a move on or the next chapter. But thank you. Thank you, Ludwig. Thank you, Sheamus, for these great matches and proving what wrestling is. This was a wrestling match. Hard hitting.
Yes.
Great.
Yep. It was real fight feel. And
That's
we
right.
definitely got it with these two guys. We always get it with these two guys, but we definitely got a good, nice, compact match of fighting between these two guys. And yeah, Sheamus has a little stare down with Braun Breaker afterwards, leading to another three-way between these guys, probably. What do you think?
No, I think it's finally Sheamus and Braun. I think Ludwig is going to step back for a minute.
Okay.
Maybe at Royal
we can
Rumble
do that.
or no, they do announce this, don't they? This match at Saturday Night's Main Event, I think. So, yeah.
Saturday Night's Main Event is definitely coming back, folks, where you can hear me and Randy and a few others review it on Sunday, the following Sunday morning. Do we have a name for that show yet? I think it's just
Sunday Night's Main Event.
Okay, there we go. Sunday Night's Main Event. I love it. We're going forward with it, folks. Just like we're going forward with the review, right? Let's move forward with the review. Seth Rollins is in the back. He's ready to fight Drew McIntyre next week. It's going to be a good little match. As he is leaving, though, Mr. Samuel Zayn bumps into him. And he's trying to be all buddy-buddy. But Seth ain't having it. Listen, he didn't have a good week last week, but Sammy did. Helping out his buddy Roman Reigns. Roman Waynes. Oh, my Lord.
Roman Reigns.
My name is Roman Waynes.
I love it. Sorry, I apologize.
Absolutely terrible. Oh, Randy, I love it, though. I love it. But listen, doesn't sit well with him. Let's just put it like that. Sami Zayn isn't too happy about it. He's like, listen, man, did you really have to be that mean to me, Seth? I thought we were buddies. You are going to have to fight me eventually. For you guys that are not watching the video, I am pointing at the screen as I'm doing that in pure Sami Zayn fashion.
Good job.
I thought so. Yeah, I thought so.
All right.
Anyways, guess who's here, folks? Karrion Kross. We haven't seen him yet on the Netflix Raw era, and here he is. Is he going to make a difference being on Netflix? Probably not. But he's here ranting about The Miz and the Wyatt Six for a change. And him and Sami Zayn are having a contest for who can have the best samurai ponytail in the business.
Yeah, no, that's true. Cross looked good though. He was all dressed up. He did look good.
He always looks good. He looks the part.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
sounds the part. What's missing?
Oh, a part, but he has a ponytail, right? No.
Oh, you.
That joke was brought to you by
dastardly.
the Smack Daddies, Brad and Greg. You can follow them here on the Huge Pop Hub.
Our resident top banana just peeling me with laughter here and being as appealing as he always is constantly. And I have to deal with the appeal, guys. I just have to sit here and deal with the appeal of being secondary to the top banana. All right. Anyways.
That's why you
All
don't
right.
get paid the big bucks.
Well, the Miz is going to deal with Sami Zayn. The Miz, jerk. Absolute jerk. The Miz is going to deal with Sami Zayn. And you know who does get paid the big bucks, though, Randy? If not me, Gunther. That IC title, like, what's your bonus when you're holding that title?
The IC title?
Yeah, what do you think that bonus is? Like, you got to have a bonus, right?
Well, he's holding the heavyweight title.
Oh, sorry. Heavyweight title. My
Probably
apologies.
half of the heavyweight title there. There you go, Eric. You ask the questions, I give the answers. This is why Eric does not get paid the big bucks, folks. I'm playing.
Oh, my
I love
God.
Eric.
Oh my Lord, Randy has just got me completely off kilter here and in a different world. But Gunther's not in a different world. He is here for a chat, an absolute chat. And people are arguing about, being the best in the world or being the tribal chief. But there's only one thing that matters, and it's his title. But here comes the rumblings of what we've wanted for a long time. And what a lot of people want out there right now in the universe, it's Jay mother flippin' Uso, not with Travis Scott, not anywhere near cannabis this week, folks. Even though, if you watch the videos after the fact, Jay really wanted to be near that cannabis. He just knew he was on TV.
Yeet.
Good old fashioned Jay. But yes, like we said, Jay Uso is probably one of the hottest guys and most liked guys right now on the industry scene. He is definitely the fan favorite, the people's champion for sure. Right, Randy? Is he the new people's champion of WWE wrestling? Like the first time in a long time.
I with the reaction in the crowd and everybody, 100%. He is the person to look for in 2025.
Is he on Gunther's level or not?
I don't know. To me, like when you're a tag team wrestler, you're really not on that level because you're always focused as a team. But when you're a singles wrestler and just put everything into being a singles and reaching the top, I think there is another level. What do you think?
I think that he's elevated himself quite well as a singles wrestler, performer. Everything that he does outside of the ring as well has also elevated him as being just super well liked. And what more do you want than somebody like, if you have a face, you want them to be beloved. And I definitely see him as being beloved. I don't think Jay can do much wrong right now to the WWE universe. And that's why they're putting him in this position on Saturday night's main event, the next Saturday night's main event, to take on Gunther for that title. Is he going to win? Probably not. But should he win? I think he should. I honestly think that he should. And the reason why I originally started this whole discussion, this segment, bringing up the IC title is, as of right now, Gunther's current heavyweight title reign is not as special as his IC title reign.
100%.
That's my hot take.
100%. And that is a very good hot take. Yes, one of the longest running reigning Intercontinental champions in this new era, Gunther, versus the shortest reigning Intercontinental champion of this era, Jey Uso. Yes, so that's why Jay should win this. But I agree with you. I agree. Eric, I'm only playing. Honestly, I'm only playing on that aspect. Jey Uso is so hot. If Jey doesn't win this, it actually looks bad. Like, I'm really confused on who will win this match. You're absolutely right. Spot on your analogy in my eyes. I wish I could disagree with you, but you're right. Like, I don't know. How can
I don't know.
How can Jey not? How could Jey lose this? That's all.
Yeah, like that's the point exactly there. Like kids are gonna cry. Like you're gonna have children crying for sure, absolutely, if he loses this match live there at the event. And you just I don't know if WWE in this new universe wants that to happen. I think so. Like it's more of like a happy cry that we want for our children, like a Pentagon's daughter kind of cry. She cries all the time, man. That chick just, anyways, whatever. That's a gimmick for her at this point.
Yeah, she should wear a mask.
Talking about gimmicks, a giant bird is about to take on Dakota Kai for the women's intercontinental title. And here comes that said giant bird. It's Lyra Valkyria with raven wings cawing to the crowd the whole time. Oh, Randy. Did I just not notice this before? Like, what's with the hoot hoot to the crowd? Like, that's a lot with the wings.
Well, remember we did bring it up the last couple of times. You looked at me weird, so I guess you did not hear it before. But yeah, that's been her gimmick for pretty much since NXT. And don't get me wrong, it makes sense.
The giant wings too, the giant raven's wings.
Well, Valkyrie, right? Think of Valkyrie. So they're a bird, but I get it. She's just a bird.
She's looking like a giant bird.
She's good though.
Shout out to D. Reynolds.
D. Reynolds. Who's that?
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You haven't watched that show?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into this. This is for the inaugural holder of the women's intercontinental title. It's Randy's favorite performer. It's Dakota Kai in the ring versus Lyra Valkyria, the giant bird. And Randy, you're going to hate me for saying this, but I think this is one of Dakota Kai's best showings.
Oh, I agree. I was going to say that at the end, but yeah, I think you're 100% correct on this. She looked a lot better with this. The match was a good match, and there's a lot of back and forth. But yeah, Dakota looked on top. The promotion for Dakota and actually Lyra, the promo videos prior to this were great as well, explaining the story to this point. So yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed it. It was really, really good.
And there's a lot of kicking going on, which usually Dakota Kai is kind of missing on or hit in a midsection when she's trying to make it look like she's working the face. But she is on point in this whole match, She has like a scorpion kick at one point that looks good. She does that stomp to Lyra where she pulls her outside of the ring and stomps her face right inside of the ring. That looked very nice. I like that. She hits her go-to kick, which is just an awful name for a finisher. And Lyra just squirts her way out of the ring, to safety. Brought back into the ring. Eventually, Lyra Valkyria hits her Nightwing and finishes Dakota Kai to become the first ever IC title women's champion. Randy, we were talking about Chelsea Green at the start of the episode, and Chelsea Green's U.S. title run has been great so far. Can Lyra Valkyria make the women's IC title as special as Chelsea seems to be making the U.S. title?
It's very possible, and it is very deserving. Now they're finally putting the line. So with these two titles, they're putting the line of, I'm not going to call it a mid-card, but I guess I am calling it a mid-card women's ranking on this aspect of it, where Lyra is definitely on the higher end of that mid-card, as well as Chelsea Green. And by the way, if you guys want to hear Chelsea Green talk to Donnie and Jimmy on Huge Pop, tune in tomorrow night at 11 p.m. on TSN 690, where Donnie and Jimmy talk to Chelsea Green about her current U.S. women's title run. But putting in, I was hoping they wouldn't put her on Kai. Like, I was praying, because sometimes some parts in this match is like, oh no, they are going to do it. But Valkyria deserves it, especially. Remember, she has big wins, like over Becky Lynch, right?
Mhm.
From NXT coming up here, and the confusion with whatever the fluffing pillow club or whatever you want to call them that she was feuding with. I don't even know what they're called anymore. But and now being the champion is good for her. She needs this. She needs to be on her own, and yeah, put the title on her. I was happy.
The Pure Fusion Collective,
Oh,
the
that's
Pure
it. Yeah.
Fusion Collection, who have made it like their goal in life to become the next women's IC title holder. Just one of them. It doesn't matter whoever it is, right? Just do it. No, they're not going to throw it around like that. Hopefully, IC title put on to Lyra Valkyria. Much smaller version of the IC title than the men's, right? Much smaller plate there, which is going to be hard for people like Nia Jax if they win because it's just going to look silly. Absolutely silly. But this belt isn't for Nia Jax. Nia Jax is the queen. She's on top. She's making her way back to the top, right, Randy?
That's it. Speaking about silly, wait till you see her later tonight, folks. But we'll talk to you about it when you get there.
Speaking about silly, indeed. Also speaking about silly is a match is kind of thrown in there. It's Miz versus Sami Zayn. This match is over in 5 minutes or less, folks. Take it. Honestly, it's like going to like the dollar store, $1 or less. But yeah, 5 minutes or less here on this match. And oh my God, Randy, hell is frozen over because Sami Zayn has won a match with a Blue Thunder bomb.
What? Say that again, Eric.
We are being entirely trolled and listened to because Sami Zayn has won with a Blue Thunder bomb.
I wouldn't believe you if I didn't see it for myself. Yes.
I popped so huge, dude. I had my own huge pop for that, I must say.
There you go. Yeah, and it was a good match too for what it was. And Sammy looking mean. It wasn't like a friendly Sammy, this match. This was like a mean looking Sammy, like not a heel Sammy, but just the mean, like, I'm somebody to be reckoned with type thing.
He's kind of getting it from all angles when you think about it, right? Like, who likes Sammy right now besides the OG bloodline? Like, everybody else is like, Sammy, or just you're tagging along with them, Sammy. And then he tries to go to Seth. Seth isn't friendly to him. So he's got to get a little frustration out. He can't just sit back there and just be called all these names of his wonderful ninja ponytail and not do anything about it. He's got to get in there. Folks, he did lead into the Blue Thunder Bomb with a haluva kick, but he still won in a disgraceful fashion to The Miz with a Blue Thunder Bomb. The only move that he can never finish people with. Do you think that we're going to build that into some type of storyline here next week, or at least it's going to be mentioned? Because I sure hope it is.
Wink, wink, WWE. I know you're listening. Maybe try that.
I like it. I like it. Just throw it into a promo. Throw it into a promo. All right, we're all set. We're getting set, for the next Saturday night's main event. Braun Breaker will defend the IC title against Sheamus, and we already have those rumblings there of Jey Uso and Gunther. And also, WWE is like, let's just go for it. Here's Hulk Hogan on the screen again. Now, Hulk Hogan should have been there on the screen talking about Saturday night's main event for the first time at Saturday night's main event. That's my opinion for Netflix. If he came out on Saturday night's main event with with Jimmy Hart, the reception would have been far, far different. Far, far different. And that's
just to the body.
Yeah. Honestly, dude, that is without me putting any personal opinion or bias of what I think about Hulk Hogan personally. All right. That's just what I think about for business. I got to think about putting butts in the seats and the monies. Right? Thinking about the monies?
That's right. Don't know about the money.
Talking about all about money. Here is Ria Bloody Ripley, and she is bragging about being women's champion again. I got to go back to the start of the show here first, actually, for a second, because as I was saying Rhea's nickname, I was like, do you notice what they did with Sheamus this week? Sorry, not Sheamus, Drew McIntyre. Do you notice what they did with the nickname?
No.
The Scottish Warrior.
Oh.
The Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre,
I remember
he was
that.
called. So I wonder if we're going to keep on building on that, or maybe Psychopath was just a little too much for Netflix.
Maybe.
Uh, a brand which is known for their murder documentaries about psychopaths and people eating human beings might be a little too much.
Yeah.
What do you think? Okay. That's I love it. Anyways, it might be Tiffy time in the eyes of Tiffany Stratton, but as far as Rhea cares, Rhea, mommy, is always on top. And guess who's there at ringside? It's Bailey, San Jose's own Bailey. Talking about silly, here comes Nia Jax, like Randy said.
Yeah.
Nia Jax is talking about that transfer window. Ooh, transfer window. Randy, do you like the transfer window idea?
Yeah, it's all right, I guess. It's better than a door.
Is it better than a portal though? Because like we know
No.
they just want to say transfer portal as much as they possibly can, but that's college sports, so we can't do that.
Yeah, no, can't do that.
Can't do that in 2025.
No.
2024, yeah.
But that leopard Nia Jax coming out there to pounce right on the opportunity. So yeah, that's all.
Oh, geez. Anyways, Nia Jax is there, and Bailey also makes her way into the ring. She calls her a big, stupid idiot right before she pounces and claws, and you just see that giant leopard attacking and mauling both of these ladies. Anyways, we got to do something with Rhea. Rhea's gone through all of the opponents that she possibly can on Raw, so you got to bring somebody in through the transfer. If it's me, I would much prefer to see her do something with Bailey than prefer to see her do something again with Nia. It just seems like we've gone that route a few different times, and Nia's been dispatched all of these times thus far.
100%. She just lost too. Why wouldn't you go after her own belt back? You would think, right?
She goes against the harder opponent, technically, on paper.
I guess, yeah. Bailey coming in with her Netflix curse words that weren't. I was like, what is this, man? You could have at least let her say something because it was. You're an idiot. Like,
you big stupid idiot.
Come on. It's for Netflix. Let's do this. But
yeah.
No, I did not.
Yeah, listen, as long as we're not dropping F-bombs and see you next Tuesdays, I think we're okay. I think that we've got, like, I think dumbass is completely good. Stupid idiot. Let's reserve that for Michael Cole, right? Let's reserve that for Michael Cole and their lovely relationship that they have, Bailey and Mr. Michael Cole himself.
100%.
All right. Anyways, guys, next week, we got the New Day returning to the ring and an appearance by JBL. Nice. Wow. Mr. Layfield is just making his way anywhere, honestly. Yeah. Is there any TV screen or independent promotion that he hasn't appeared on in the last 3 months?
Pornhub.
Coming soon, folks.
No, don't do that. I apologize.
Do not search for JBL.
Oh, you said, is there any? You said, is there any? Oh,
I mean, you're technically correct. You're technically correct in that statement.
And that's good for JBL because he's a real nice dude.
Yep. We also heard from just things that I haven't really touched base on. We also heard from the New Day for the first time in a long time. They actually got to talk, right, leading into this appearance by them next week. It's been a long time since we've seen them wrestle. Have we seen them wrestle since the heel turn? I don't think so. It's been booed off of our screen.
Academy, or was it a three-way? I don't know. You're right. I don't think so.
No, they've just been booed off screen ever since they've been back. So let's get them into the ring and let's get them doing some crazy stuff that's going to get them that heat back, because before the whole Netflix era started, we had some super heat there on the New Day, and let's build on it a little bit more. Let's build on our tag team division, because I know that we're just 2 episodes in here, but that's the one thing we really haven't touched yet is our tag team division, which is epically strong in so many ways. All right, talking about epicness and strength. No, that's probably not it. But we've got a street fight. We has ourselves a fight, and it is Damian Priest versus Finothy Balor. Is his real name Finothy? No, it's not. But it sounds good on paper. No, it doesn't.
No.
Street fights. Everybody always likes themselves a street fight, especially when you can accessorize yourself on the way to the ring for an upcoming action figure release. And we've got Mr. Damian Priest with a nice Puerto Rican kendo stick on his way out. I'm like, let's go. Bad Bunny kendo stick. Dude, talking about Bad Bunny before we go into this match. Bad Bunny wants another match with WWE. I want more Bad Bunny. He'd be better with Damian Priest than Biker Mice from Mars, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, and I think Bunny announced something this week on Twitter. Please look it up. I don't want to quote it and make it wrong, but I think there's a show going there because it was Bunny and Damian Priest in the picture as well. So I forget which one it is. Maybe it's a Saturday Night's Main Event. I'm not sure.
Ooh,
I can't remember. So please.
Oh, that'd be great. That would be great, actually. That's a great location for that. But street fight, folks. So we're going to have everything that a street fight brings. And that includes making sure that we notice that the announce table is new for Netflix. Reinforced as well, Randy. That's why it's not going to break that much. Yeah. Correct? No?
Oh, 2 extra pins.
Randy is giving away all of the secrets here on the air. Randy is wearing... You guys remember the Masked Magician? The Masked Magician that gave away all of the secrets of magic? Yeah, that's what Randy's doing right now.
I apologize.
Top banana over there, doing his thing, as always. But finally see this fight break out into the crowd after we see an array of weapons being used here. Garbage cans, kendo sticks, Finn's 9th ab that doesn't exist in normal humans, all used as weapons here in this match. All used as weapons in this match. We see a Falcon Arrow here from one of the exits onto a stack of things or something. And then Finn Balor is put into a stretcher. Damian Priest ain't having it, folks. Damian Priest finally runs out to the said stretcher, pushes it down the ramp, and Finn just rolls epically, perfectly fine into the ring. I was like, dude, I know that you can rehearse these things as much as you possibly can, but like your chance for error in that spot specifically is so high. Like it's just crazy. When Finn just rolls perfectly into the ring, I was like, well,
even
that's awesome.
You're right. No, I 100% agree. When he got hurt off that broken arrow there, and they sort of like stop, get the ambulance out, and all the paramedics and everything. I honestly thought maybe he was hurt. I was like, oh, how are they going to do this on television? But then when he came back and grabbed it, and like you said, it was like a perfect roll, like a push. Like he pushes the cart or whatever you want to call it, the Gertie, down the ramp and lets go of it, and it like literally hits the mat or the ring
on its side. Yeah, it goes from vertical to horizontal. Just perfect moment.
And then he rolls out of it with that neck brace on, still on for a little while, even after he rolled into the ring. Yeah, it was perfect. Looked great.
Oh yeah, it looked like so much fun. Honestly, when that happened, I was like, what? That's the best spot of the match. That is the best spot of the match. But yeah, they also call it the Broken Arrow, Falcon Arrow. We used to call it a Michinoku driver around these parts. Yeah. But things have changed. Taka, we don't like you anymore. No, we still like you, but maybe WWE doesn't. Who knows what he did? Who knows what Michinoku has done? Anyways, back to the match itself, guys. Priest has still got his neck brace on, but he is now assisted by members of the Judgment Day. So Carlito and JD McDonough in his jail parachute pants, jail branded parachute pants that he's wearing, which is great. His giant head is also thrown into the giant entranceway, by the way. If you guys haven't noticed, the screen this week is much bigger. That's because last week we had to accommodate for the amazing LA Center, which is 3D seating. Just absolutely incredible. But match is fun. Match is fun as far as what you see from a street fight. You come to expect that the Judgment Day is going to be involved, which means that Damian Priest has to have somebody help. And it's the biker mice from Mars, folks. Here comes the Viking Raiders, War Raiders, just the Raiders at this point. Let's just call them Raiders. They're here. They're doing their thing. Ben just can't finish Priest here, even with the assistance of the Judgment Day before the Raiders show up to dispatch them, leaving Damian Priest there in the ring, countering Finn Balor, trying to kill him as he is sitting in a chair with the whole neck spot chair thing going on top. We see Finn loading up his missile drop kick. Doesn't work. He's caught with a South of Heaven that Priest performs while still having the chair on said neck. Holy shit. When I saw that happen, I was like, my God, just don't sit back. Like, as Damian Priest was hitting that move, Randy, I was like, he's about to fall on his back, and we're just going to hear like the nastiest thing ever.
Yeah, look good. Well, look
Randy
terrible,
just came. Yeah, that did look terrible. As Randy just came out of his back surgery, watching that, I can only imagine. Geez, what you were thinking there, bud. But we have had some tables set outside of the ring for quite some time. Finn hits a coup de Gracie, as you know, guy like to call it, coup de grace, onto Damian Priest. Does not end the match. It does not end the match. It's the South of Heaven that finally finishes the match and gets the pin here, just shy of 20 minutes. A fun street fight, a fun, hopefully, send-off to this feud between these two gentlemen. I don't think we need to see this again. And, yeah, I think this is wrapped up between these two guys. What do you think, Randy?
No, 100%. It should be done. Great match and all. The only thing that threw me off is when the War Raiders did come in. And after you just see like a pounding and a beating, you watch a big guy do a cartwheel and then a punch. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, come on, man. When have you seen a biker do a cartwheel and then throw a punch? And that's the only thing that threw me off. But in turn, this match was great. A good finisher. There should not be any more tension, heat, bludgeonous against each other through this. So yeah, really good main event.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. So I would like to give my input on the show, but why would I do that when I can just say, Randy, what do you think about this episode? The second episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix.
Well, you can definitely, after I finish this, or put it at the end of this. What do I think, Eric B? What do I think of the second week of WWE Raw on Netflix on January 13th? Well, welcome to In This Corner.
Love you, Randy.
Randy, that's enough. Mr. Randy. Randy.
Welcome to In This Corner with Zayn.
Randy.
Well, Eric B, last week I wasn't looking forward to last night. But as the show started and went on and on, I was amazed. No, it was not a spectacle, but the wrestling was 100 times better than last week. The storyline progression, 100% better. The matches, the main event, absolutely incredible. The debut of Penta in the most perfect way. AEW, you fucked up. Amazing. Lyra Valkyria getting the belt. Good for her. She definitely well deserves it. Now, I'll go back to what I think about this episode. Yes, what I was saying earlier in this episode. WWE right now, I believe, is trying to make us happy. They're giving us a lot of feel-good moments. What is going on? Is this the adrenaline going through my veins of feeling goodness? We are not used to that. Is this the high that I may be on? Well, WWE, if this is what you're giving me, then call me addicted, because I like it. So what did I think of this week's WWE Raw, Eric B? What did I think? I think it was better than last week. I'd give it 5.1 banana, just because it's better with another bite. And it's not the size of the banana, it's the taste of the banana that counts. That was in this corner. Thanks, Eric.
Wow. That was special, Randy. I like that a lot. And you know what? You made me think about how this kind of correlates to Netflix and the happiness that we're getting here from the WWE storyline currently, because Netflix likes to surprise you with a lot of their shows. We get a lot of happy, 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 and then eventually we get like the worst deaths ever, right? It's always the characters that are the most sweetest and the most innocent who Netflix gives us a quick, let's say, heel turn with. Have you watched House of Usher? The granddaughter, Lenore, 16 years old. 16 years old. She did nothing to deserve it, and she was taken. So I feel like maybe there's a little storyline brewing up here where we're going to get happy, happy, happy. So eventually we're going to get some type of epic heel turn, and we're just going to hate the person. So I thought that the episode itself was great, though. Randy, you nailed it. Last week was a spectacle, and this was a show. We are back to business here on Monday Night Raw. Will the viewership hold up from one week to the next? Probably not, but it really doesn't have to. It truly does not have to. It's not going to drop off to the point where it's going to be bad. This is a good show, and the rewatches alone are going to get huge numbers for Netflix, which I think is Netflix's greatest power, right? If you don't watch Monday Night Raw, or you're busy, or you're watching Monday Night Football or the playoffs or whatever you're watching, live sports, you can tune in and you can still watch the full show, enjoy it at 1.5 speed if you choose to. It's there for you to do so, folks. So, Randy, great time talking with you always, buddy. If people wanted to go ahead and message you, where could they do so?
Well, thank you, Eric B. They can follow us on the X, on the Twitter. It's at Huge Pop Radio. As well on Facebook, go to facebook.com/Huge Pop Radio, the hub. As well as we're out here on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. Eric, this last week we got a whole bunch of more subscribers again. They're just growing and growing and growing. The comments now are turned on. I apologize again. That was on me. Go follow our buddies, the East Coast tag team champions of the world, the SmackDaddies, on their YouTube as well, at the SmackDaddies, youtube.com. Thank you guys. You're absolutely amazing. And you guys are my roast beef sandwich, my banana, as well as you. Don't worry. Okay, they're the fries on the side to the roast beef. Okay, you're on my.
I am flabbergasted, sir.
You are my potato smack daddy. You're on my potato.
Okay.
Side, my stuff. And yeah, that's it. Like, that's it. What about yourself? Oh, THT. I forgot to announce them during the handshaking team. Go follow them on Facebook. They have Razzies and weekly draws, so on and so forth. They're absolutely amazing. I know the guy.
We're having a lot of fun on that page recently. We got the Wheel of Misfortune. I've introduced all different types of gimmicks to the page to make it just more and more fun. Belts, wrestling belts that could actually be ordered if you choose to. That's your choice. Custom belts for the winners of our prizes. Everything going on. So you can find me there on the THT page. Just follow us on the YouTubes, guys. We love having you on the YouTubes. All of our new subscribers, thank you for being there. I guess you like seeing me sitting here sick and talking about wrestling, which works for me. It does work for me, folks. It is the season. Anyways, Randy, I love doing the show with you, buddy. Thank you for being here with me for another week. Just like I would like to thank all of our great listeners for doing so. And guys, until the next time that we do this, please take care of yourselves and each other. and continue to live your lives impactfully.
Live, laugh, and love wrestling with no fear.
Deuces! Deuces!
I'm Chiquita Banana, and I've come to say bananas have to ripen in a certain way, and when they're flecked with brown and have a golden hue, bananas taste the best and are the best for you. You can put them in a salad. No, not yet, my dear. That greenish way you're looking means that you are ripe for cooking.
How about me?
No, no. When you are fully ripe, my dear, those little flecks of brown appear.
Me?
You're most digestible, my friend. Delicious, too, from end to end. You can put them in a pie, any way you want to eat them. It's impossible to beat them. But bananas like the climate of the very, very tropical equator. So you should never put bananas in the refrigerator. Bananas are a solid food that doctors now include in baby's diet. And since they are so good for baby, I think we all should try it. Oh! See.